Did I unbreak it? Did it unbreak? Is it unbreaking? Did I unbreak it? I unbroke it. Okay, good. It's not broken no more. Is it unbreaking? It has unbroken. Did I unbreak it? I unbroke it. Okay, good. It's playing in the background. Stop playing in the background. I unbroke it. I saw Caddy was first last stream because I could see the comments of the last stream. But I don't know. Anyways, back to what I was doing. You guys missed a shit ton of progress on this drawing, but you know what? That's fine. Y'all don't need to see all of the progress. I'm just kind of darkening stuff and getting things to work well. Hello. I think I need to darken some of these lines just a little bit on the cracks. Kind of like that, because I want to make that crack kind of obvious. Why is your background moving? That's just kind of how I set it. Here, let me just... So it moves when I move my phone. It's a gyroscope. Sort of thing. You guys haven't seen my newest drawing, and I'm really excited to show you because I'm genuinely proud of it. Here, let me show you my newest drawing, because I'm really, really proud of it. No, there's an ad. Everyone cover your eyes. Monster. I got a monster. And other things that I'm probably not allowed to disclose. But this is my most recent drawing. And I am genuinely happy about how this one turned out. It's the Heart Acoustic, my version of him at least, where he's flying in the sky. And I'm really happy about it. Zoom it on in so y'all can see it better. My quality is probably not as good as it would be if I were to post it. Actually, should I post it on YouTube? Like, post it on, community posts. Here, hold up. Let me put it on community posts so y'all can, like, visit it real quick. If that makes sense. Create post. Burp. 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 Meow. Burp. Alright. There you guys go. Now you can properly view it. Yes, send me hearts. No, there's an ad in the way. It took roughly 6 hours. The longest thing was the wings because I could not settle on what I wanted them to look like. Like, the sketch took absolutely forever to make. Right? And then I have his little saddlebags and his missing eyes and the cut on his wrist. And his little tooth necklace. I'm just really, really happy with how this one turned out. Like, genuinely proud of this. I know I haven't drawn. I know I haven't drawn Molten in a long, long while. Well, I have drawn Molten just on paper, though. I haven't rendered any images of Molten recently. It's mostly just Heart, Mind, and Soul drawings and my 3 goobers. Doing good. What do you mean it looks like a Furby face upside down? It does not look like a fucking... It's a saddlebag. It's for storage. This does not look like a fucking Furby. There we go. We love it. They abandoned the beam again. Yeah, I know. I saw. I'm sorry. I'm just. You want to see the speed paint? Rotate it. Rotation. Oh wait, you mean the phone. You mean rotate the phone. Yeah, sorry. Oh, that's cool. Here, let me show you all the speed paint, just so you can see my utter pain and misery in this 6 hours worth of art. No, there's a fucking ad in the way. Why? Yeah, ignore the ad. Anyways, so here I was like making the background. I kind of had the idea of what I wanted the background to be. I just had to find the right perspective for it, if that makes sense. Got some lovely stars and the moon. My dumbass didn't use any bucket tool. And then I'm painting the clouds. Turn on the comments. Right. The clouds were really surprisingly easy to make. Like, I thought the clouds would be, like, the most difficult part. I didn't expect the wings to make me want to fucking kill myself at 2 in the morning, but, you know. It's all so fucking relatable. I saw this, I read this fanfic by one of the, Cursed Jashers. And, I know, it looks god-awful. But, I saw this fanfiction with one of the Cursed Jashers where Soul straight up just leaves, right? He's just up and walks off. And the other two don't know what to do, so they're hunting him down, right, in the car. Heart can't see, so he's not allowed to drive. And Mind doesn't know how to drive, so he's just speeding along. Here's the part where I screw up on the wings 1,000 times because I don't like how they end. I keep redoing it, and redoing it, and redoing it, redoing it. Over and over. I also still don't like the tail. I was going to add tears, right? Like bloodied tears, because, you know, he's missing eyes, but then I just decided against it. But, I had to do the rough lining for it. Of course I chose purple, because purple's Heart's colors. And, you know, still didn't like the tail. So, I just kept kind of, like, changing it, and then I started screwing up the wings, because I didn't like how the wings looked. At all. Like, failing absolutely miserably with the wings. See? And then I finally just decided to settle on changing to a different layer and putting in the bone structure of the wings in order to do it. Still hating the tail. As you can tell, I fucked up with the tail multiple times till I finally settled on that. It's still pretty stiff and I don't really like it. But Molten in a wheelchair. Mal actually created that. Mal's the one who got Brian to do that shit. I'm so proud of her for that. Because she was drawing Molten in a wheelchair in one of the calls and Brian joined. Right? Brian joined. He sees this. And then he decided to make it a real thing. And I'm just so proud. So proud of Mal for causing the whole wheelchair Molten. Mal's a god, I know. Giving Mal all the fucking credit for that. Oh my god, Brian walked in on us fucking, making, analyzing the lyrics. He was so confused as I had, like, 4 pages worth of notes on the entirety of Jash's, album. Right? That was fun. The full wheelchair story. Yeah. Malachites. Thank Malachite for causing this. No, don't take that out of context. We were analyzing lyrics. That sucks. Here I was rendering the wings. Wings take around 30 to 40 minutes to render. Not including the sketch. So that's where all my time went. And then, oh, I finally finished my suit of Kai. I gave him more trauma. I'm planning to actually redo a few things, because I want him to have more expressions, if that makes sense. I want him to have a lot more expression, so I think I'm going to use the leftover magnets that I had for his blindfold. Draw Molten in a wheelchair. I don't have very much art motivation, that's why I kind of stopped drawing the mind drawing. Yeah, some lyrics you analyzed. No, seriously, we spent 4 hours going through 27 songs. That's just rendering. I don't know how to explain it. And then, I actually drew some trauma for Kai with Flickr. What? I'll try to teach you, hold on. Here, you guys can watch me render my current art piece I'm working on. This one. Shush. Jash server. Jash server. Fuck. Okay. So, currently, I'm turning this little sketch into a rendered drawing, right? So normally you would just have regular sketches, but it's honestly all about knowing your lighting. This one's a bit confusing because I don't really have proper lighting on this. Also, always do the background first before, you start rendering, but my dumbass didn't do that, so I'm probably going to be absolutely fucked on this drawing when it comes to lighting. But currently I'm just rendering and praying to God that my add and multiply layers will save me. Anyways. I don't know if that's good enough for the fucking mask. I could add more, but I don't know how I would add more, if that makes sense. Cause I'm trying to think. We're singing Time Machine Reprise. Oh, that's good. Yeah, do that. I genuinely, if I'm ever asked to karaoke with Brian's family, I'm going for Hidden in the Sand. And if they want me to do more, I'm hitting them with Light. If they want another one, oh, they better be prepared for Storm in the Spring, because every time I get asked for karaoke, the songs are just going to get darker and darker and darker. Oh, you guys want to see Kai? Cause I finished him. Actually, I want to change my background real quick, cause I don't want this one. This is just an image of Heart snatching Mind's eyes. It was a request. Let me just switch it out real quickly. My photos, pictures. You get to see a little half bit of my face. Congrats. Sway. Home screen. Yippee! I like this one. I also had the Humility is a Virtue one on here too, but I don't know. I like changing my wallpaper. I do like the where'd it go? What's down here? This one. I think it's this one. Is that the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. I like this one too. Although it's an old version of Heart that I drew, where he didn't have his beautiful, beautiful wings and he was less furry. Yeah, happy birthday, Brian. But, here he is. Early version. I even have, fucking Ruler of Everything lyrics just hidden away in the background. But I like this one too. This one's one of my favorites. Yes, keep the voluptuously endowed line, because that's a great line. Oh, for context, hello, Brian. For context, this is my character Kai. He was inspired off of Jash's Mind Electric before I even found out that he had an entire storyline behind it. So his story, it's loosely based on Heart, Mind, and Soul. Right? So I have a few images of Mr. Kai saved to, I think it would be messages. Yeah, there we go. Of the convention. So here's like kind of his suit right here. You can see the fucking belt. Right, took a few pictures with people. Just a few couple pictures. Found an amp wave I liked. My mum. A suit. Blindfold. More of the suit. It's just... ignore that one. I swear, I had an image of me and, fucking Ash Coyote. I'm quite fine with showing my face on camera. I just gotta scroll down and see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Me and Ash. I met Ash Coyote. She's so cool. She was so sweet. But, continuing. Do we continue the rendering process? Because I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun rendering the hair. Or do I render the arm first, or do I go with the hair? I think I want to go with the arm first. I don't know. Should I go with the arm or the hair? Oh, I was gonna show you guys, okay, hair first. I was gonna show you guys the, my drawings. Move that out of the way. Here is some angst I made of Kai and, Flicker. I almost forgot my own OC's name. Flicker is a god's pet. This is when Kai fused to become himself, well, whole, right? Abandonment issues. We love abandonment issues. Here's like a full body of Flicker. We love Flicker. He is such a quirky little guy. He was based off of, The Bidding. Here's actually the notes for proof that we all kind of analyzed lyrics. Banana Man. And then here's some heart doodles. Look at him. Look at his little face. And then him walking on all fours. He's just a little guy, okay? I love him. He is genuinely one of my favorites. More of just heart. Cute little guy. And then I drew my friend's dog. His name is Ranger. He is, Malamute, I think. Flicker gives people trauma. Yeah, he does. Oh, okay, see ya. Some drawings of Mind, Mr. Mind, Mind and Heart, my three sillies of Kaya, Flynn, and Chester. This thing, I was listening to Will Wood and, got carried away with drawing. So that's why these are extremely rendered. You're all here. Yeah, do it. Draw. And then we have Chester and a doodle page of Molten. I gave him earrings. No! How dare you? I gave him earrings and I love it. Look at him. He's a goofy little goober. Some more of my sillies. We got Chester, who is the blind one, and then Flynn, and then Kai. Basically, these three were inspired off of Nobi and the Mind Electric. I combined those motherfuckers and gave them intense trauma. Some more doodles of Soul, Mind, and Heart. Oh, and there's Daryl, and some wings. And then we got Mind, a body, Heart without his eyes, Lefty, and another wing. Then we have Minx up here, and then my older Molten AUs. So we have the Black Blood AU, Burnt and Broken, Mini Molten, and of course Beast. Or Butch, whichever name he prefers. Then we have a drawing of Minx, and then of course this recent one. Ignoring the scribbles. That's what I got in my art. Yes. Yes. Draw your OCs. Yeah, rip Lefty. Bro got sacrificed. I had an image of Lefty's death, actually, that I drew. But I think it's just left in Brian's server. Hold up. I need to find it. Let me go down and find it. Hold up. Real quickly. Okay, there we go. I am known as the Eggplant Bandit. We eggplant every single fucking thing on here. Any post, any videos, they all get eggplanted, unless we're not fast enough. Now, has image search. I think it was pretty early on. Around here, I think. Was it? No. Let's see. Maybe back a page. Number 3? Is it in here? Was it this? No, it wasn't that. Oh, there it is. Found it. Lefty's death. Shh. I wasn't really happy with this one. I didn't like how minimal detail it had. I should remake it, shouldn't I? The Twisted Bonnie, yeah. Here's Lefty's death. We love Lefty's death. I forgot how long that one took. We have Lefty's death, my Molten cosplay. I still have the suit. I was actually wearing it for Kai. Still happy with this one. He needs fixed though. One of his teeth are falling off. I knew I should have taken it with me. Some Twisted Bonnie. Long Molten. Some high quality shit. This one I still like. Still love this one. The rendered version. I don't know where the rendered version of that is. Oh, Chester. Some more stuff from him. Alright. Some okay. Anyways, I just put in so many things. Mal's art, some art of mind. Old art of mind before I even gave Heart, like, you see the claws on the wings always stayed when it came to doodling Heart. Borzoi Molten, yeah, basically. My fucking eyes. I turned them into Heart, Mind, and Soul. I have an uncanny obsession with these motherfuckers, okay? I think that's basically it. Oh yeah, my Nobi animation. Still working on that one. This image of just Mind in the dark. He's scary. Okay, he can be genuinely terrifying. The difference between... This is the same person, by the way. Just to tell you. That is the same person. Monster. I have the battery acid flavor, too. I can show you guys the animation. I haven't really adjusted it. Wet cat. He is a wet cat, okay? Yeah, that's basically it. For, that. Nobi. Yeah, you want to see Nobi? I've also been kind of animating Molten, too, on the side. Don't expect me to finish it, because I probably won't. But I've just been animating Nobi to, Jash's Mind Electric, because it fits them perfectly. Move this. Oops. Also, I stole the acapella for that. That's what I got for it. We love Nobi. And then we have Molten. I haven't done the lip syncing for this one, but... We love it. It fits him. That's the only two animations I got working on. And then I've just been stealing audio from various different things from Jash. Like the Fine I'm Fine acapella. What's this one? What's this? Isolated vocal. Oh, that's the entire... Yeah, we got fucking hard acoustic. The fact that I know the timestamp of where the Mind Electric is. Yeah, a little bit further back. A little bit further back. I found his acapellas, and I stole them. Why is his laugh so fucking goofy? His laugh is so goofy! And then we have the soul. Wait, no, I missed the yo. Hold up, no, we have to hear it. Just the way he says it.
Yo, call me the soul. Stay in line to forget you. It takes to murder. You must be can't hold soul. Order you to.
Hold up. Here it is. Around here, I think. Right? This is the other part.
Cause I'm not
No, it's the other part. Okay, round here.
Spiraling down, hiding down, lightning round, hear the sound.
His little laugh. His little laugh. He has such a goofy laugh. Why does he have such a goofy laugh? I love his little laugh so much, and I don't know why. It's just so
See
silly.
how the surfs work the ground. See how they give it all they got. And they give it all
I love
they
his
got.
little laugh, and then
And
these
they
two
give
laughing
it
in this
all
part is
they
so good.
got till they're down. See how the rain plays
It's great. I
around.
love the isolated vocals. I'm planning to listen to the entire thing. Let's see. I love the race one. This one's funny.
Call me the soul or call me my name or label me whatever you would like. Call me your
It's just
or call me
goofy.
insane.
I have too many things downloaded on here.
Damn madman. Is that the one you truly wanna be? Rolling all night.
Just all of this.
Detroit, you seem to protect you. Answer to father.
Okay, I think we're done with the random shit I've downloaded. I think I have a lot of memes too. Oftentimes in Discord, I store all of my little heart-minded soul memes. And here, it's just all of it. Which one's this? Oh. Just heart. Yeah, relatable. He's in a cage. Then we have just random. Oh, my grandma with a gun. You like it? Random little image of my grandma with a gun. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I need to not spam you guys with my utteral bullshit of just Jash memes. So we're doing the hair first. Alright, we shall do the hair first. First we gotta get this, and I want to make the hair a little bit lighter than... Oh shit. No, we go forward. Okay. I should probably render the face first before I do the hair, shouldn't I? Oh my god, he has so much hair, it's great. We love characters with too much hair. You want to murder someone? Murder what? Murder, I don't know. Murder someone, I don't fucking know. Casually filling this in. Okay, I think we should render this face first, beforehand, you know? Let me set my monster down. Get a darker color. and line the outside of the eye with it. Oh shit. You turn this off. I think something like that works. No, wait, he has blue. Alright, blue teeth. From, if I'm going to make this like the album cover, closer to the album cover, his teeth would be blue. Bright fucking blue. Okay. So let's render some lovely, lovely teeth. We'll go with lights first. Oh shit, I should probably turn this on, shouldn't I? Okay, there. Now I got like the basic outline of said teeth. His teeth are razor sharp, good for biting into the crippled chicken, known as Heart. Let's go with a slightly darker to line this. Yeah, something like that. Nice, nice teeth. Love rendering teeth. That's like the greatest part about big, scary characters is teeth. Because teeth always are fun to draw. Soul has such a goofy laugh, and I love him for that. He also sounds like he's choking at the same time, which kind of explains why, because, you know, noose and stuff. But, getting those teeth rendered. And maybe I should make this more of a bluish color, you know, to match the teeth. So more of this. He's given that bombastic side eye. Yeah, okay, I like that a lot better. Aww, goodbye. So let's go with a darker blue. Also, speaking of rendering, when you want to render something, don't go towards the black, go towards this part, right? And move this. You see, up here, these are warm colors, right? These are cool colors. So when you're rendering something, go for the cooler colors for the shadows. So you see how, like, when I'm drawing this, I don't stick with just this. I don't go like this, I go down to here. And it gives off a better, more vibrant look to it. If that makes sense. Like, for example, what I'm about to do is I'm actually going to move this more towards purple. Lower the opacity. And give it more of a warmer hue up here. Let me turn off this layer real quick. Right? Warmer hue. Especially since his eyes are reflecting a lot of stuff behind here. I was going to add some robotic parts. I'm still kind of debating whether or not to kind of give some robotic hints around his eyes or not. Because I want him to look mechanical, if that makes sense. Just have a lot of his stuff shielded. So let's go with a dark bluish gray. And kind of give off some machinery in the dark. And this is my favorite brush to do. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I can always upload the barcode of it to, to my community tabs around the teeth, since they're kind of shiny. Metal will be highlighted. But they give like it's good for like blending and shading. Now with metal, I think that's a good base. Now I'm going to lean it more towards the blue because the light here is blue. I'm gonna lower this. Right? Remember, small details do matter. Ignore what other people tell you. The littlest details can make the biggest difference. See, these are just a few pixels, but you see they make a massive difference. So don't be afraid to take a little extra time to work on the tiniest little details. There we go. See? Tiniest little details make the most difference. I will. And then you want to move it higher, make the brush slightly smaller, and really nail in that light. Because if you nail in that light, you can really kind of see the detail. Stuff hidden in darkness will have less detail than stuff in the light. So keep that in mind when you're rendering. That's why this metal is being rendered the most. It's because it's right in the light. If that makes sense. That's terrifying. Anyways. Like, this is just a few pixels, but it does make the biggest difference. I think that's starting to look pretty good. Here, let me upload the brush code real quickly. Let me export it. Okay, here, create post. Now all you have to do is screenshot it, and it'll work. There you go. Okay. Now, what you can use with hair, it really doesn't matter. I have this custom brush for hair. Oh shit, go back. Custom brush for hair, which is this one. But you can also use oil hair, which all you have to do is just search it. It's right here. That's what I use for the eyebrows. It's kind of just the same thing. I just choose this one for more curlier hair. What I do with hair is I make it quite large. I'll move to the hair layer, actually. Make it quite large. Go up 10. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Oops. No, I fucked up. So, 15. Go to 25. Push this to 10. And push this to 54. Right? But I want to lean this more towards the blue side. So I'll add 5 to it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? How big is this? Alright, then you want to go up here to this little stabilizer, turn it on. make the brush slightly smaller. Start kind of... So around here, there's going to be more light because of the teeth. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll add more of this lighter color to this part than I will the others. Right? I'll erase the hair around the mask later. Right? But up here, it's going to get a little bit more scarce. Gotta add a few colors. Curls. Fucking dumbass. Especially around here, since there's less light, I'm going to dissipate this a little more, right? Now, same thing again. Up 10. Up 10. Up 15. Alright, make it smaller. Then you just want to kind of go around the edges. Define the hair shapes a little more. Especially here with curls. You really just want to kind of get these little details in. Especially, you gotta know where the light's coming from. That's the most important thing. If you don't know where the light's coming from, you're not gonna do it right. Around here, you want to kind of loosen up with this brush and not go as rough with it. If that makes sense. So just continue going along the hair, getting those finer details in, and soon you'll start getting something like this. Needles. Vaccination. Take him to a vet to get vaccinated. 35. Up another 5. Up another... 10. Fucking dumbass. 15. Make it smaller. Start kind of connecting hair strands together. Soul does have such a goofy fucking laugh, and I love him for it. His little laugh just makes me so happy. Less light on this side. You just keep repeating this process. Basically, it's a lot of just repeating steps. If that makes sense. Right? And then we want to go up an extreme. So we want to move this more towards here. Move that up a little harsher. make the lines smaller. Hold up. I gotta adjust this. Hold up. I fucked up. Because if we want this to reflect this light, we're going to have to move this here, take this, turn down the opacity. Yeah, there we go. Turn that off. We don't need that no more. Kind of get those little individual strands in. See, and just reflect that light off of the teeth. If that makes sense. Happy birthday. Hold up, AFK. And I am back. Hello. Now continuing the rendering process. You just gotta do what you gotta do, if you know what I mean. Right. And that's basically it for rendering the hair. Besides adding a little bit more light. Light, is that a Johnny Cash reference? Okay. I'll shut up for now. But you just gotta kinda keep getting with it. You know? I'm just doing some extra stuff. No, it's too small. too big. Just rendering. Hair is like one of the longest processes. Hair, feather, and fur is one of the longest processes known to man in terms of rendering. Oh, and metal, which I have to do like all at the same time in this one. So yeah, yippee. Again, using the oil hairbrush also works the same as just using this brush I'm using. This one's just more built for curly hair, but both work basically the same. So if you don't have this brush, that's completely fine. You don't have to have it. Damn it, why do I have Holcomb Faithful stuck in my head? I haven't even listened to that song in a bit. It's just playing on loop. There we go. And hair. Complete and rendered. Well, almost. Hold up. I should probably make the metal around here too, shouldn't I? There we go. Yippee. Now with metal, there's another thing you gotta take into account. Metal reflects things around it. So, oftentimes, I'll take the color around it and mix it in. And then sometimes I like to put a little bit of green into the metal. Hello, Amy. Got fucking potato soup. I don't think I'll be able to stomach potato soup. I'm really full right now, but okay. Are y'all dead or just... Or is my chat not working? Because I know sometimes that happens. Now we gotta do mechanical hands. Okay, I'll shut up. That was an awful joke. Just trying to doodle. Some people theorize the song The Man with the Skeleton Arms is related to the story. Oh. Okay. Glad you're alive. It's just hard to start a conversation when literally no one else is speaking. I can only be entertaining for so long. Currently, I'm just roughly blocking out the shapes of the arm with my pen. I should use the bucket tool, but you know what? Mal would be proud of me. Hold up, I want my potato soup. This shit's good. So, I shall be AFK while I eat my Alright, I am back. Yippee. That was some good ass soup. I love potato soup, it's the best shit. Now I have fucking two of stuck in my head and I fucking hate it. I don't like two of. Two of is ass. Okay? I don't fucking care if you like two of. I still believe it's complete and utter ass and I do not like it. Two of sucks. Two of! I need help. How do I get two of out of my head? I don't like it. I want it to go away. It bothers me. I don't like two of. It's just playing in my head on loop. And it's the worst part too. The part I don't like is playing on loop in my head. Don't like two of. Two of can burn in a pit and I would be extremely happy. I fucking hate two of. I don't know what we do, to be honest, to fill in the silence. Because I just have two of repeating over and over again. I guess I can talk about my headcanons for Heart, Mind, and Soul if you guys want to listen to that. Because I have quite a few headcanons. Like, probably more than quite a few, to be honest. I have a lot of headcanons for Heart, Mind, and Soul. Do you guys want to hear my headcanons? Or no? Why is everyone quiet? I don't know. I don't know. Are there other people in here? Is it just you? I guess I'll just talk about my headcanons then. Okay, so, my favorite ones. So, we have heart, mind, and soul, right? They were split into 3. Yada, yada, yada. Whole Johnny Dash lore, right? Anyways. So, we have the whole Johnny Dash lore, right? And one of my main headcanons is that heart... is that, well, all 3 of them can choose what they look like at the start of every loop, right? So, Heart chooses to go with a more animalistic look, meaning he has wings and ears and just, like, various different, like, parts, like a tail, right? And, Mind goes for mechanics, so he can store more information and just overall be stronger, right? While Soul chooses to look as closely as the whole as possible, as he kind of like sees the whole as like some kind of god, right? If that makes sense. So, we'll go down each of their designs individually. Let's go with, oh, Bonnie's Adventure. Ooh, slay. I'll look at that later. So, when it comes down to who is who, right? So, Heart chooses to be animalistic. So, he has a pair of wings that represent the stars, right? Because his nickname is Mr. Moon. Or, well, Artemis, right? He's the moon. He is nocturnal. Very nocturnal. And likes to watch over the other 2 in their sleep, basically. Kind of like a cryptid. He'll just stand over the other 2's beds, staring them down as they're, like, asleep. He used to have eyes. Well, I'm kind of, like, fighting between the idea that he has, like, eyes, but, like, not really sort of thing. Like, he has a pair of eyes, but he can't see through them because of Soul, who, like, fucking stabbed his eyes out. But he has eyes, right? And the pupils kind of, like, reflect the light, whatever light's in the room. So you'll just, like, see him in the middle of the night with, like, fucking glowing red and or green eyes because of the reflections. But he can't see, so he just stares at you soullessly. But he also has really, really good hearing. So he can and does hear you coming from a mile away. Heart also is venomous. I made him venomous. Very, very venomous. So he has little fangs, which you see in my drawings, he only has 1 fang. Due to Mind and Heart's constant battles, Mind punched out one of his fangs. Heart has, the venom he has, right? It can be both really, really good or really, really bad. In a small dosage, it acts almost like a hallucinogenic, kind of like a drug, almost. And, can cause, like, you to feel happy or to calm your emotions and all that because he's the emotional side. He's used for emotional support and shit. But in high doses, it can be lethal. You see, he constantly tries to bite Mind, right? Injecting him with venom, but it doesn't work because Mind is a machine and venom doesn't fucking work on robots. So he just wastes his venom, basically. So all he really ever uses his venom for is to help Soul when Soul's feeling suicidal. Yeah. And then I have another headcanon where, Heart makes various different noises, right? He speaks bird, almost. So, whenever he's, like, fucking pissed off at Mind, like, overly pissed off, he'll, start screaming at Mind in bird chirps. No one understands him. It's just a variety of like various squawking, right? Various squawking, angry screeches, right? Just pure hatred in bird, and then the other two will just look at Hart like, Hart, we don't understand your native language. And then he'll soon just like calm down. Sometimes Hart does curse out Mind in bird, so you'll just hear him chitter in the background. Hart also is kind of like a separate species in a way. It kind of made him more like a winged human as like its own species. They have this whole society where they like trade feathers for like, I guess, like things they make, you know, like the feathers are very useful in their community because it's used for like medical stuff. So like if one of their kind is heavily injured, they can use the feathers to repair wings and stuff. It's used for insulation. It's used for seasoning, I guess. It has a lot of like medical properties to it because of what he is. Hello, welcome back. Right? So that's kind of like Hart's little thing. And sometimes he goes there to trade his feathers in for resources, right? For the trio, because the other two can't fly. They live on like an island, a deserted island with like a little beach house. And Hart's the only one who can fly. Well, Soul can fly with his trident, just not for long periods of time like Hart can fly. So they often put saddlebags onto Hart so he can like fly off and collect resources. So he trades in feathers for like gold and copper and stuff because Mind needs repairs from time to time. I mean, they literally beat the living shit out of each other on a daily basis. So, feathers are a very common currency in there. And the thing is, you can't trade other people's feathers, so there's no risk of theft. It has to be your own feathers, right? Has to be your own. It's to prevent, like, you know, theft or disease. Because if it's your own, and if you're medically proven to not have any diseases, then it's safe to use, right? So it also obliterates, like, the middle class, the rich people, the poor. It makes basically everyone equal in terms of funds and keeps their economy running. Right? So then we have Hart now, who has all these things. Hart likes to collect bones. That's another headcanon I have for him. Absolutely adores bones. Bones is his favorite thing to collect. So he often just has a pile of it in his room. Just straight bones. What's your question? If there's twin birds who use twin feathers, that's kind of a different thing. Well, technically, in terms of, like, feathers, sometimes twins do have different genetic makeup due to trauma and things like that, you know what I mean? So, again, it still has to be their own. They both have to be medically checked before it's, they turn in their feathers. And they get feathers from every molt. You see, Hart molts once a month, and he becomes aggressive when he's molting. Aggressive, itchy, and just overall, basically just like a woman on their period, you know what I mean? That's the best way to explain it, right? So, Hart gets all salty when he's not on his period, oh my god. Hart gets salty when he's molting. Not only is he the emotional side, he becomes even more emotional when he's molting. So he gets imprisoned. Soul just sends him to apathy when he's doing this until he's done. Mind is nowhere to be seen because Mind knows if he fucks with Hart during the time he's molting, he will get more than just a little crack on the side of his face. he will get fucking ripped limb from limb. Basically. So, Hart gets salty whenever he's molting. Continuing with Hart's little descriptions. Trying to think, because I had more headcanons of Hart. He has the most headcanons out of all of them. Hart chitters when he's happy. He loves being pet. So he'll make like a soft little chittering noise, kind of like a raccoon, you know? When you pick up a raccoon, they kind of make that little chitter. That's what he does, right? So he makes like a soft little chittering noise when he's pet by Soul. Mind, despite claiming he doesn't have emotions, gets jealous as hell when Soul is like petting Hart. And he wants some of that. He wants some of that love from their host. So, despite not wanting to admit it, Mind wants affection desperately. He craves that shit. Even though not really physical affection, just kind of compliments and shit on how he's doing, you know what I mean? He doesn't like to be touched. That's his main thing. Speaking of touch, Hart doesn't like touching Mind. At all. The feel of, like, silicone skin freaks him out. Because he always gets, like, uncanny valley vibes when staring down Mind as he is mechanical. Right? So, when he's just, like... when he sees Mind... well, to put that in quotations. Sees, he doesn't have fucking eyes. He needs a Snickers. Aw, okay. Well, when he's, like... when like Mind's like brushing up against him, he just gets squeamish and weirded out. Mind does use that to his advantage to freak out Hart. But Hart, in return, also freaks out Mind because, you know, he has no eyes. So he likes to fucking stand in the middle of the hallway in the dark of night, staring down Mind in the darkness with his empty eye sockets. Just to scare the shit out of him. Mind is also, well, you've heard, Mind is mechanical. He has a removable faceplate, which you see here, and mechanical arms. Well, mechanical hands. Ruler of everything. Anyways. So Mr. Mind over here, he's the logical side. He claims to not have emotion. But really, he's just emotion based on logic. While Hart is logic based on emotion. So Hart's thinking is always based on what his emotions are feeling, while Mind's thinking is his emotions based on what he perceives as logical, right? So whenever Hart's doing something stupid, he gets fucking pissed. Like, straight up, unfathomable rage. I mean, both of them have attempted to kill each other. Attempted. Right? So, that's kind of just Hart and Mind's little scuffle thing. Yeah, he does need a Snickers. Badly. So, Mr. Mind, the automaton freak, is a grumpy man. Similar to Molten in terms of personality, where he's just done with everyone's shit. Right? Trying to think. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Trying to think, sorry, I forgot my train of thought. We're on Mr. Mind, right? So, Mind, being mechanical, he doesn't have wiring at all. Instead, his body runs on synthetic blood. Now, this blood acts as kind of like, as a solution where it can, like, send electrical signals to different parts of his body, right? So, certain parts of his body get these electrical signals, and that's how he works. But, you see, he can't produce his own body heat, so in the winter, if he's not heated, he will fucking die, because he will get too cold and the blood will freeze. So, he's kind of forced to snuggle with one of his brothers, either Soul or Hart. But you see, Soul, in an attempt to get these two to get along for once, he forced his Mind to snuggle with Hart, refusing to even touch the man. which is kind of silly. Of course, they fight during it, and Hart's not happy at all because, again, he doesn't like the feel of silicone skin. But Hart is just forced to snuggle. Speaking of Hart, he, whenever touched, he can emit, like, an aura of, like, pain relief, basically. So sometimes, and yes, I stole this headcanon, Mind will lay his head on Hart's chest in order to, like, relieve a headache. He constantly has headaches, by the way. Like, all the damn time. Motherfucker gets migraines 24/7. If that makes sense. Shit, now I have Bones by Will Wood stuck in my head. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Something about Heart and Mind. They were snuggling. But, that's kind of what I got. That's not what I meant to do. Anyways, so continuing the saga, I have another headcanon for Mind, where basically he doesn't sleep, instead he charges. So Hart, out of pity and spite, haha, reference, tends to steal his charger when he's not looking, so Mind has just decided to shove that shit into his chest cavity. On the wrong layer. Right? So Hart doesn't fucking steal his shit anymore. I had a little headcanon for, like, the Juno incident, too, where, Hart shot at Mind with a gun, right? So Hart shoots Mind, but instead of, like, missing, he hits Mind's voice modulator, which is why he sounds like a fax machine on testosterone. But, he hits Mind's voice modulator, and, it bounces back, the bullet bounces back, and hits one of his eyes, basically causing him to go blind in that eye. Soul, getting pissed at Hart for trying to kill his brother, stabs out the other eye with a trident. His trusty little trident. Which, took this part of the headcanon too, though, from someone else. But it causes Hart to have memory issues, which causes Soul to be pretty guilty about what happened, as now his brother can't really remember much of anything now. So whenever Hart forgets, Soul just gets super, super sad, and Hart, being the emotional side, senses this and tries to console Soul, but anyways, tries to console him, and he just doesn't understand why Soul's so upset. Soul has threatened to kill the Whole many, many times. Many times. And these two always call his bluff. But then when Soul actually starts to go through with it, then they kind of, they start working together, leading to the one incident where they try to overthrow Soul, basically. If that makes sense. I'm just kind of rambling. A lot of rambling. Rambling and rendering. Trying to think. Where the fuck was I? I'm trying to think. I lost my train of thought. Okay. Speaking of Soul, every time either one of them dies, the loop restarts and Soul gets pissed because they can't be whole if the loop keeps restarting. Right? So, Soul always threatens the Whole. We already know that, right? I'm trying to think. Where the fuck was I? Fuck. I'm trying to think. What do you mean, what do I use to animate, edit video? Depends on what you're talking about. If you're coming from my TikTok, I use CapCut. If you're coming from my YouTube, I use Flip-A-Clip. Anyways. Trying to think. Where was I? Mr. Mind. I think that's all my headcanons. No, wait. When Mind gets affection, right, physical affection from, like, Soul, he blue screens. Straight up blue screens. Mind also cannot complete CAPTCHAs on his own. He needs one of the other two to help, as he is a robot and cannot click the I'm not a robot. Poor, poor Mind. If that makes sense. Who the fuck? No. I don't know who you are, but don't fucking call me. I don't appreciate that. Oh wait, my fucking... Is my thing off? No! I didn't get to hear my ringtone. I am salty. I could have heard the hard acoustic, but no. Didn't have my fucking ringtone on. Yeah, he just sits there staring at it, but since his ego's so inflated, he doesn't want to ask for help. So when Soul realizes Mind hasn't done any progress, he comes in and just sees Mind just laying there with his head down with a CAPTCHA on the screen. Because he can't complete the I'm not a robot, because he's a fucking robot. And he just struggles with it. I just think it's really funny that he's just not that good with CAPTCHAs. He can't handle them, okay? He struggles, the poor little guy. Right? I just love it. I love him. Poor Mr. Mind. No CAPTCHAs for him. And then we have, Soul. Some Soul little Soul, headcanons. And most of these are taken from other people. Soul is a god-awful cook. He cannot cook for shit. One time, he made enchiladas, put, flour on top of it, and called it fucking seasoning. Straight up called it seasoning. Yeah. It's a scammer. No, it's probably another college wanting me to join when I already have my college set out for me. Delicious, delicious, my not. Anyways. So, where the fuck was I? Okay. So, Soul is a god-awful cook. He can't cook for shit. No, wait, that goes on the other side. Soul can't cook. He struggles with it. He's also addicted to Monster Energy drinks. He does not sleep. At all. So he just sits there, staring off, because his other two halves fight each other, trying to kill each other. He wants to make sure that they're not going to fucking kill each other, so he has to make sure that he's awake during it, even if that means the cost of, you know, being aware and awake. Well, sleep. It costs him his sleep, basically. Sorry, I'm doing two things at once, so I'm struggling to, like, properly word shit. That's looking good. But, so Soul's addicted to Monster Energy drink. He also has a pet chicken named Daryl, but I feel like that's an obvious one. And Daryl heavily judges Soul's actions. Daryl's like, sweet little sentient chicken, just Jerry part 2, basically. He's cute. He's adorable. He's sweet. Mostly. He hates Heart and Mind because they're little assholes. Need to make this slightly lighter. Like from the front tooth or from the back? Okay. Sorry, I get quiet. I'm just trying to focus. But, so Yeah, that's basically Daryl. Soul also has a side to him that... Because I've noticed Soul always has, like, a void side of his face in some parts of the album. Or he'll have nothing at all. Or he'll, be... What's it called? Fully black, basically. Fucker switches teams. But, thinking about it, sorry. I'm not doing my drawings. He will... Whenever he feels strong, like, almost emotions, I guess, or if he's using his power, the void part of his face gets a little bit more rough, if that makes sense. It gets more apparent, and he soon becomes a beastly creature, right? And he uses that power to basically hurt mind and heart, right? So when Soul's all, like, scary and beastly and monstrous, he's just, yeah. I don't know how else to explain it. And then we have fucking... basically it. I don't really have any things for Soul, besides the whole cannibalism thing, but that's just a joke between most of us, as a reference to Sharing is Caring, which is a fan fiction that was on AO3, where basically Soul forced Mind to take bites out of himself. So we just kind of joke around about that one. And I think that's it for headcanons. If I remember any more, I'll tell you. I don't really know what else to talk about besides Heart, Mind, and Soul. Normally I do things while listening to music, but I highly doubt y'all want to listen to me blasting the ever-loving shit out of Jash and Will Wood. So I'm trying to remember, see if I remember any more, Jash lore. Oh, headcanons. I know there's headcanons for the Highlighter Gang. Not necessarily HMS, but, his ego act, basically. I know a few headcanons did that, if anyone wants to hear those. Trying to remember the names of all the Highlighter Gang, because I don't fully remember them, if that makes sense. Hello, Virus. How are you? I think I'll just talk about the Highlighter Gang then. So we got a few of them. We have Jammy, who's like a pink woman looking one. We have, forgot her fucking name, or his name, but the orange one, it was like something like Clark or something like that. We have Gerald, who's like the green one, Crofter, who's blue, and Critter, who's like a purple color. No, it was Hark. Okay, it was Hark who was, yeah, Hark was the orange one. So Hark, right, it starts with, Ego, who, was this, like, ghost hunter person for, like, a YouTube video, right? And found this, like, thing, I don't know what it was called, like an amulet, or a bracelet or some shit. And someone in the, like, live chat dared him to eat the thing, right? And so he did, but it was, like, full of, like, spirits and ghosts, and then they kind of possessed him, right? So now they kind of, like, possess his body and, like, possess the surroundings of his house. So you have Hark, I think, is the house itself. He's like the cracks and the picture frames on the walls. Jammy is the body. She possesses Ego's body, right? And then we have Crofter. Crofter's the blue one, I think, from Nerd. And Crofter possesses, like, the mind sort of thing, so he bickers and fights with Mr. Mind over here all the damn time. And then we have Gerald, who's the green one, who represents the earth, so he's like this deity spirit dude. Right? So he looks down on people, like, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with your race? What the hell? Sort of thing. And then, we have, I think that's it. Critter, who's the spirit. Yeah, Critter. Didn't mention Critter. Critter's like the spirit, so he's like friends with Gerald, right? So Critter and Gerald are like best friends together, and they kind of just annoy the ever-loving shit out of Ego. And I think that's all I really know about the Highlighter Gang from the Ego Act, but that's basically it. From none of those headcanons are mine, by the way. That was all created by Dr. Apples, who just kind of created headcanons for the little guys, because we don't really have anything on them. I'm trying to think. I got some stuff for... trying to think of more headcanons from Heart, Mind, and Soul that I remember. Oh, Heart eats fucking monster cans. Soul's empty monster cans. He just goes in and starts munching on that shit. Another, like, kind of joke one we have was Soul's trident has feet. I don't know where that came from, but it was just Soul's trident has a pair of feet on it for some fucking reason. Don't ask why. We don't know. It just happened. Trying to think of other shit. I know I like completely info dumped on Lighter about all of my headcanons. I'm trying to think of them. I'm trying to think of the other ones I had. Because I know I had more for Mind. A lot more for Mind, but I'm just spacing right now. I kind of forgot all of them. Oh shit, turn that opacity down by a lot. Okay. Currently I'm just rendering his little arm. Thank you, my friend. Please speak to me. I don't have any thoughts. Oh, actually, it reminds me of a fucking, thing we did with, Soul and, Mind and Heart. And it was like a previous loop where Soul was fucking done with her shit and kind of, like, unhinged. He was not in a very good mental state. So, he literally cooked up Heart, and this was just basically Sharing is Caring Part 2, and made him a rotisserie chicken, practically. It's not funny, I shouldn't laugh, but it's kind of funny. Just a little funny. But, he cooked them up and turned them into, like, fried chicken sort of shit, and fed it to Mind without Mind knowing. So then Mind over here, right? He comes in, he's like, wait a minute, where'd you get this meat from? And, like, Soul just slowly hints to the fact that he killed Heart. And then eventually Mind finds out, and he's absolutely devastated by the fact that he killed his brother, right? And was forcefully fed his brother. So then, Soul over here. Soul, like, is like, oh, it's fine. He was useless anyway. I mean, you two fight all the damn time, so why are you so upset about this? I thought you were supposed to be emotionless, Mr. Mind. And Mind just couldn't rebuttal because he was just that sad that his brother was dead. So then later that night, right, Heart's spirit sort of creature appears in Mind's room, wanting vengeance, but not against Mind. You see, he wanted vengeance against Soul because Soul was the one who killed him, right? And the loop always starts at around, like, 12. So this was before the loop restarted. So Mind comes in, Mind sees this shit, and he's absolutely scared shitless of the spirit boy, even though he's absolutely adorable. Just imagine a feathery blob with large eyes. And a knife in its mouth. But, he comes in, hints to the fact that he wants Soul dead. Right, there's a bit of angst going on where, like, Heart's standing over his own dead corpse. But, he then